Hello, this is Lord Og. Yes it is, and welcome to my third attempt at doing this video. Yes, the first one, I recorded the wrong thing, I admit. Second time, the audio file got corrupt. And so here we go again. So let's begin. This is, of course, Xbox Foundations, and I've been getting so addicted to it. And I've hardly scratched the surface of what you can do, there's so much. But I've had a friend ask me to show this game off, so I'm going to do it real quick. So let's start off with what you've got here. This is your start menu, of course, and you've got like 3 tutorials you can do. You've got Flight School, which explains itself. It's to do with all things flying, different speeds of traveling, and what you can use to travel from A to B and everything. These are all very well done. Combat scenario, you're basically thrown into a big dogfight in space where you learn to do all this fighting and what does what, just for in combat. And then the last one is just kind of everything else that's left over. Spacewalking, lockboxes and things like this, and just other things that you can do. So that's what you're going to get in the tutorial. It will tell you enough to get you started. Right, so then you've got different scenarios here. Okay, now all these 4 here, these lead there's an A to B path you have to take, so you're kind of pushed in a certain direction. If you want the full free roam, do what you want, have no real expectations, and you can do it how you want, then you want Young Gun. The Young Gun is it's just like your open sandbox, just go where you want, do what you want. So if you click on that, you'll get a little talk.
Even after everything that has struck over the last few decades, the Terran conflict, the Xenon and the jump gates shut down, the Argon Federation has established itself as a key power in this new jump gate network. And even its most distant colony, Black Hole Sun, is a hub of trade and community. Opportunities are aplenty for all. Every day, scores of young pilots set out from the system for the first time, on their way to find adventure among the stars.
And that's it. Then you just go into the game. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go into the game real quick and show you a few things for setting up your character, and then I'm going to actually load in my game, the game I've been playing, and kind of show you a few things in that what you can do, or at least what you'll have. So let's get into it. Young Gun.
Val Selton's log, day 1. I'm excited to get underway with this new ship. I'm not entirely sure what I'll do yet. Trading, exploring, am I brave enough to face combat? Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be exciting. Here goes nothing.
Here goes nothing indeed. So let's get into this. I'm going to pause it because there is a bit of a load screen. The saves on this are quite big, so that they don't have much in the way of loading screens, so it takes a while for things to load in. Then when you're actually in, there's really no load screen. So I'm just going to jump to being in game. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so here we are, and this is the ship you start with. It is an Elite Vanguard. It's a fighter ship, and it's actually quite good. I mean, it's not the best ship, but like it's things like turning and that, it's got really good turning. It's not fastest, that's for sure, but it has actually a decent ship. This here is its gun. It's got one solitary gun. I think it's something like a pulse cannon, something like that. So it's got one solitary gun, but it is actually a good ship. Now there is a few things we can do to start up with. Now, okay, so if you press Shift and I, that will bring you up the player information screen, and in here you can look at your inventory and all that kind of stuff. But the very top one up here is what we're looking at right now, which is Empire, and here is where you can change your name. So instead of Lord Og, which I've got from the other game, I'm going to call myself Og Lord. Hey, I never said I was a genius. Don't expect any great names right now. Just so you know. You can put an organisation name if you wish. You don't have to. And then you can go to logos. Now, right now on your ship, you've got the Vitruvian Man. I think it's this one. It's either no, it's not. It's not got the backing. So I think it's this one here. And you can pick any of these and they'll show up. You'll see it on the side of your ship there. So if I click, say, this big smiley face, just so it shows up, you can see that that's on the side of the ship. Will have a look better in a second. So that's that picked. And that's really all you need to actually pick right now. Let me call that up again, just so you can see. So there's this one as well, and this is your ship colour, like the borders of it. I mean, if you look at this wing here, it's like a grey, dull grey. I can make it like a red, or I can make it like a dark green. What's this one? That's like a goldish colour. No, I don't know. That's like a. And then this one and this one. So I'll pick a red. So there you go. And you've kind of just set up little bits of your ship. There you go. That's how you do that. As I said, you've got lots of menus. This is like play information. This is how you are with, or this is your factions window. How you are with other factions. Stats. Inventory. Because you've got two kind of. You've got your cargo of your ship. And then you've got your solo inventory. Now, when you come to a station,
Vanguard,
you click on your chair to sit in it. When you come to a station, if it's a ship factory, you'll be able to buy ships. But this is grayed out because it's in one. But we can upgrade here. So you can click here and you can upgrade your ship if you want. These are engines. Give it better engine. You can give it a better thruster. This is for the shields, better shield weapons. Now there's only certain weapons this can take, so the pulse lasers are here. You can upgrade it to best one. The one with the tick is the one it comes with. Then you've got the software, so you can give yourself a docking computer to help you dock quick. Better long range scanners, a police scanner, which you're not really supposed to have, I don't think. It lets you scan other ships if you want to steal from them. I'm sorry about the ships in the background, I can't help that. This is a busy port. And then you've got like your consumables, shield, which are like satellites, resource probes, things like that, and of course your countermeasures, which in this case are flares. I can carry 4. If I wanted to buy flares, I just drag that bar along, fill it up, and it tells you what they are here. I'm not going to be buying it because I don't need to. I've got 10. You come with 10,000 credits anyway. Then you've just got a couple of windows left, and that's basically it. Now, this actually, sorry, I made a mistake. This is a shipyard, but there's 2 different kinds of places to buy ships: a wharf and a shipyard. A wharf does the small and medium size ships, and a shipyard does the large and extra large. So in here we've got, okay, so that's basically it. And then you get your price here. You have to add to shopping list, and then you confirm. If you don't add to shopping list, you can't confirm it. So even if you say upgrade, so let's say I click this, and then I click this, and then I click this. Now I haven't bought any of these things. All I'm doing is putting them in, like in a holding area, and when I'm done, I can then click add to shopping list, and then it tells you here, and this is the price you're paying. And then of course it won't light up because I've only got 10 grand. Well, then it'll say confirm order. You click on that, and then it'll correct your ship. It'll build your ship up. So as I said, you've got 2 types of trade. Let's say you've got some stuff in your cargo hold. You picked up some energy cells, let's say. So you can come to this screen here, you click trade, and then you can sell these energy cells from your cargo to the station. The other kind of trade is what you have in your inventory here. So if you're carrying something in your inventory, you go to a different place. And let me show you where that is. So you get up, leave the ship. Now over here, there'll be like an elevator. Now in an
Hello.
hello, can you go right? Now in the elevator you usually have an engineering section, manager section, security, and a trade centre. And it's the trade centre we want to go to. Doesn't take long. So here's the trade centre. You talk to this person here.
Can I help?
And now when you go to show me
Here
your
you go.
wares, this is concerning your personal inventory. All this stuff here. This isn't what's on your ship. Okay? So for example, I can buy a hand laser because I haven't got one. It tells you here. I already own a repair laser and I already own a space suit scanner. So I could buy a hand laser if I want to. So I can pew things with that. When you bought or sold what you wanted to buy or sell, you can go back to your ship. But first, you can also go here. So you've got a crafting bench here. And here's where you can craft many different things. Now, I can show you something quickly.
Can I help?
Yes. So
Here you go.
I'm going to buy a bandage. Just one. I'll buy one bandage from him. He's got 25, but I only need one.
Good luck out there.
Yeah, thank you. I agree. Get off. I know what they're for. Right, so you go to crafting bench now, and as you look, now I've got something I can actually craft. First aid kit. So the bandages cost just over 100 credits. The needle don't cost much, and the sedative, it's an illegal item. You're gonna have to buy that from a pirate base or from blowing up blowing lockboxes open, and you can get sedatives that way. But basically, there's about 1,000 credits worth of ingredients here, materials here, to make a first aid kit. But first aid kit is like 10,500, maybe even 11. So you spend 1,000 and get 11 back. It's a really good. It's actually, if you can get a lot of ingredients, a lot of materials, and make quite a few of these, they're good money early on because you make such a good return. Right, so that's basically the two ways of trading. Now, to go back to your ship, you press Shift and D, and this is it. You're back inside your ship. So, is there anything else? Well, when you first land, you've got little things you can look at here. This is what you'll see when you first land on a space station of any kind. Now you can look at your ship information. This will give you a loadout of your ship. It's an Elite Vanguard, and you can actually change its name here to whatever you want. So if you want to call it, I don't know, Sarah, then this is Sarah. It's up to you. You can do what you want with it. It gives you a full list of whatever, your hull strength, guns, right down here to your cargo, 150 in this case, your name and all this kind of stuff. And you can look at other things as well. And that is basically what this shows you. Let's go back again. And then of course you've got get up, which you saw me click. That lets me get up from my chair and walk round. And you just click on your chair to get back in. And then you've got this one, undock. Boom. What that does is it lifts you up like this. And you can now leave through the dock here. There we go. So that is basically the first part I wanted to show you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly nip into my game, and I'll carry on this video from there. Okay, so here we are. This is where I've been wanting to. This is my game. I'll show you where we are on the map. So we are in Trinity Sanctum 3. To show you the map, this is where I just was when I was showing you here. We're in the Argon Wharf. No, actually, we're probably in the spaceship itself. But it was somewhere over here we were. And this is where we are now. And I've kind of unlocked all these. There's a lot of information on this map. This map is like proper OP. It shows everything. And you can open up menus here. Like this, like by clicking this, you can have a look at what places are selling in different sectors. And as you can see, let me turn that off again. I just wanted to quickly show you that one. As you can see, a sector is like a big sector area with little sectors inside that you can travel to. Now, some of them are just one big sector to themselves. Others have got a different amount of smaller sectors inside, and usually they'll connect by little jump gates. You've got things called superhighways that take you along these lines into other sectors, and you can travel on them. You've got local highways that kind of just stick you from one to the other, but you stay in the same main sector, so you can just go between them. So this is a superhighway, for example, and then you get some like these little ones here. This is a local jump gate because it stays inside and then it jumps out as well. So that's the map. But there is so much more to the map. The map is also 3D, so you can actually go down here and you can see that some things are actually done in height as well. So it's not always just, you know, top view. Let's get that top view back. Okay, so that's where we are right now. Let me come back into the base. So this is what I want to show you is I want to show you some of the ships that I've been riding. So let's go first to the one you know. So go to ship, and yes, you can see them here. I've got the Callisto Sentinel, the Elite Vanguard still, Nova Vanguard, and Pegasus. So here's my
autopilot. Disengage. Elite Vanguard.
So this is the Elite Vanguard, as you know. That's how yours looks. I've got a different logo on the front, on the side of mine though. And then I have the next one I got was the sorry, let me put that up. The next one I got was the Nova Vanguard.
Autopilot.
This Nova Vanguard is also a fighter.
Autopilot. Disengaged.
Again, it's got like it's got 2 of these, whereas the Elite Vanguard's only got 1. It's the same weapon basically, but they've got it on both wings, 1 on each wing. So this one has a little bit more firepower, but it's still a fighter. Then the next one I got was and they all look different in cockpit as well.
Auto Nova.
Sorry,
Vanguard.
I put captains in them, but as you can see, this one's quite cool. I like this one when I sit down because it like pulls forward. This part here, when you take off, it kind of slides back towards you, which is quite cool. And then after the Nova,
autopilot. Disengage.
I got the wait there, where's it? What's that one got? Give me a second. For some reason, one of my ships decided it was just going to fly away. I don't know why, but it should be coming back in a second. So yeah, we got the Nova second, and then the third ship I got was the Callisto Sentinel. Now this is actually a transport ship. This is not a fighter.
Autopilot. Disengage.
It's not got a big
Callisto
It's
Sentinel.
not got a big cockpit, and there's not a lot of room. It goes down from back
autopilot.
here.
Autopilot. Disengage.
I get you. I do. I hear you. So this is that one. We've got a gun there and a gun there. So we've got two guns again, and that's about it. And again, this is a transport ship, transport vessel. Looks pretty cool. And then the third one, if it's landed, let me just check it's landed. Looks like it has. Let's have a look. Yes. And this is the one, my newest
Pegasus
ship.
Vanguard.
This is Pegasus. It's actually a Pegasus Vanguard
autopilot.
Scout.
Disengage.
Now, it's got one gun at the front. This is as I said, this is a Pegasus Vanguard Scout. This is actually basically the fastest ship in the game. So this is like the Lamborghini of X4 Foundations, and I got this recently just to get from A to B really fast. And believe me, it's really fast. So I'm going to actually get in this ship, and we're just going to nip back outside again, and I'll show you a little bit more about movement. Now I've got a captain in here too,
autopilot.
but when you click on
Disengage.
chair, the captain that guy will move, go into there, and teleport somewhere. So I get in. Now, as I said, this is a wharf, I believe, so I can buy S or M ships here. Small are usually things like your fighters and frigates, things like that. Although you can have a small miner and a courier, but as I said, this is where I got the Pegasus Vanguard Scout. There it is. And then I built it up here. I think I put in best engine. I think I gave it normal thrust, something like this. And it wanted these in, so I bought these. And I also gave it as level 3 shield. And it basically has everything. Everything is pretty decent. And it come to about $1 million in end by the time I put everything into it. So yeah, quite expensive little ship it was. Let me make sure I cancelled that out. Yeah, cancel order. Okay, so let's get out of here. So remember, like I say, it's the fastest ship that there is. Mine's even faster than most because it's got upgrades on. Right, so quickly, 3 ways to travel. So quickly, there's different ways of travelling in game and a different way of steering in game. So you can have this way of steering, which is really using WAS and D to strafe, left, right, up and down, and then your arrow keys to kind of steer. So that's how that works. Your space will fire your weapons like that. So, and that's basically how you do it. If you press shift and space, now you get a cursor on your screen. Where the cursor goes, the ship will follow like this. And the last kind is shift and N. And what that does is it gets rid of the cursor on your screen, but it just makes it so when I move my mouse around, it automatically steers there. You can kind of imagine that there's still a cursor on screen, you just can't see it. But it is steering where I move my mouse still. So if I move my mouse up, down, left, right, and that's it. So there you go. Now, that is basically, and I like personally this one best. So they basically a way of steering. Now, travelling. The 3 ways of travelling, three main ways is, you can roll your mouse wheel forward, and you pick up speed. You can see speed here. So it's going 400, and this can go like over 500 meters a second. So it's doing 506. Most do around about 200, 300. So this is very fast. And the other way of doing it is autopilot. For autopilot, you kind of pick a destination, say here, and then you'll start guidance to object, and you get a gold line, and then you press shift and A,
Autopilot.
it puts autopilot on, and you drive to your destination. The cool thing about this is that, well, let's just get here.
Autopilot.
Right, so autopilot, and
Disengaged.
it's arrived. But the cool thing about the autopilot is that if you pick to go somewhere really far away, so let's say I pick to go to here, it will take you there. You can still right click it and click guidance, and as you can see, it's drawn a line right round to there. And then if I press shift and A, it will go along here, it'll take that jump gate, and it'll go along here and jump to there and jump to there, and it'll finally get you here. And you can even tell it to dock for you once it gets here. So if you're doing it, let's say with a captain, and it'll get here and then it'll dock for you. You can do everything automated. You can mine, trade, everything automated. So we're not going to go there. I don't want to go there, so I'm just going to click on the line, and I'm going to, oh no, I can't, I need to get a clean part. There we go. And then I can stop guidance, and that's it. So it won't do that now. So that, and the third one is transport. And there's a couple of ways to get to that. You see, you can get to these things in here too. So autopilot's there. And if you want to go to travel, not transport, travel, you can click that, you can click it here. But I don't need to. Just press shift and 1. And you'll activate travel mode. Travel mode, you don't need to pick a destination. All it does is just go forward. As you can see, the frame turns orange, an orange line around them, and you're traveling. Now, if you look at the, let me just put this up. If you look at this here, my speed is counting up, and it'll just keep counting up until it reaches its max speed, and then it'll just sit at that and keep traveling at that speed. For me, that's very fast. Like, this is still going up. To give you an idea, the Elite Vanguard does about 3,500. This does over 6,000. So that's what I said. Very fast. So let's just pull out of this. Now there's different ways of stopping. I can press Shift and 1 again. Now as you see, my speed is slowly counting down, and that'll take a while. So let me just put speed back up. The other way of doing it is to just press your engine cutoff. By default, that's delete. But for me, I just press Z, and that'll do it. And that takes you to 0, look. So let's head back. So they can't keep up with me. See, I'm already leaving them behind. They're not keep up with this ship. And make sure I'm going back to the right place. It's down here. Tell you what, let's autopilot. So I click. There you go, and then press Shift A. Autopilot is now on. There.
Autopilot engaged.
Now the autopilot will use your travel speed, so it will go to full speed. But if something gets in its way, like an asteroid field or something, it will dodge around things also to make sure it gets there.
Disengage.
Now, so we've got back nice and safely. So that's your travelling and your steering. Trying to think what else there is to show you. Oh yeah, last thing. You can do this with every ship. Let me just... Oh, and one more thing. You can get a boost of speed too. If you press Tab, you can get a boost of speed very quickly. But here's the downside to it. If you look here, there's a white bar, a white curved bar, and a blue here. The white one is your hull. If that goes down to 0, your ship blows up, you're done. This blue one is your shields. As you get hit first, your shields will go down, then your hull. The problem is, if you boost, watch that blue bar. The blue bar goes down. Your thrust uses the shields to power it. So you've got to, if you think about it in a dogfight, it's kind of dangerous to use your thrust too long, because if you're in a fight and you use your thrust too long, you get rid of all your shields, then any damage that hits you will straight away go onto your hull, and that could blow you up. So that's another thing to think of, but it is useful if you need just a quick burst of speed. Right. Oh, and if you want to look at your ship, this is a cool thing. Press F2, and you'll be behind your ship, so you can see it going from left to right, up and down. You can see what it looks like when it's steering and things like that. Or you can press F2 again, and now you'll get an outside view. Now to look round your ship, you can press the number keys on your number pad if you've got one of them on. I know some keyboards don't have a number pad, but if you've got one, you can use that, and it'll let you go round your ship, and you can look it over whatever you want. Now I am going to for a second take this up because I want to turn my ship, because I don't want to be looking at the station, and you'll see why in a second. So if I shoot the gun, you can even see the gun firing like that. So I didn't want to shoot at the station because they're not happy when you shoot them with your weapons. So, and you can see the gun tracking, things like that. So there you go. And when you've had enough fun and you've looked round your ship, you can go back in. Now the number pad also lets you look through the window. So for example, 8 looks up, that's 7. So you can look straight left with 4, straight right with 6, and then you can look down. And so there you go. You can have a look out of the window if you want to see what's happening to your side, or if you're in an asteroid field and you're mining for crystals, you can have a good look at all the asteroids without actually having to turn your ship. So I think that is about it for now. That's about all I need to show you for now, I think. So yeah, there you go. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It was very quick, I know. Well, I don't know actually. It might be longer than I thought. I've got a lot of editing to do on it, but we'll see what it turns out at. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. And if you like the look of this game, you should get it. Of course, some people that got don't use a PC. So yeah, you're a bit unlucky because, of course, it's not going to go on to consoles anytime, well, probably ever. But it is a great game. So for now, you take care. Remember, click the like button if you've enjoyed this, and if you want to subscribe, please do. And click the notifications, and it'll tell you when I do more videos like this. If you do want me to do more videos like this, then put it in the comments, and I'll do more of these, because I'm kind of addicted to this right now. So I'll do more of these, and you can actually see my adventures as I grow, because I'm learning. I know hardly anything. Everything I've showed you is basically the tip of the iceberg in this game. There's so much more. So much more. And, oh, by the way, I've got 4 ships. Look at this. I've got 4 ships, and I've still got 2.9 mil. I mean, don't get me wrong, people have got billions in this game. There's billionaires in this game. But I feel so good that I've got like 2.9 mil, and I've got 4 ships. Anyway, I'm gonna go. So thanks a lot. You take care. Bye for now.